The Philippines and rail transportation don't have a good relationship. The Philippine government has constantly lobbied against railway projects. When one finally goes through construction, it faces corruption scandals, border disputes, or is left forgotten and unmaintained. Today, the existing metro rail system of the Philippines consists of 3 lines: LRT-1, which was built and completed in 3 years, LRT-2 took 5 years, and MRT-3 also took 3 years. But skipping to 3 rail lines, we have the MRT-7. All 4 lines were conceptualized at similar time periods, but while LRT-1, 2, and MRT-3 were proposed and constructed in the 1990s, MRT-7 took over a decade and more to construct, only for 8 years later, with the rail line nowhere near completion, and is expected to perform partial operations in early 2027 after countless of delays, turning the rail line into the most controversial railway in the Philippines. In the 1990s, early concepts and proposals of what is now known as the MRT Line 7 only went up to Batasan, Quezon City. The name of this proposal was known as the LRT Line 4, which would have gone from Rector Avenue to Batasan, with a depot situated in the University of the Philippines, with plans extending the line to Quirino Highway. The proposal was given the green light many times under Fidel Ramos's presidency, but was ultimately scrapped in 2003 in favor of a 2001 early proposal of the current MRT Line 7, which only went from the Quezon Memorial Circle to Batasan, cutting the original plan in half, with the southern section turning into the planned MRT Line 8. And after a couple of years of legal management and technical work, the MRT-7 was planned to start construction in 2005. Then 2008, when the project was given to the San Miguel Corporation, and in 2010, and then San Miguel awarded a joint venture construction contract in 2012, but then they did a second round of bidding in 2015, and then the current line route was approved 2 years earlier, and then 15 years after the initial development, the line broke ground in 2016. To say the least, the project went into development hell, went through 4 presidencies, 11 Department of Transportation secretaries, and 1 major railway project. The construction of MRT-7 began a year after the project started because of right-of-way issues, specifically the location for the railway itself, the terminal station, and the train depot. These issues will be fully resolved promptly, right? Even though the project had experienced setbacks for a decade, at least it's moving forward. San Miguel Corporation seems to be a heavily trusted company by the government. I mean, they're currently working on the extensive skyway network and the biggest airport in the Philippines at a rapid speed. How could they fuck up a basic rail line? They're building on the widest road in the country, so space won't be an issue for them, and they're already steadfastly working on the underground work and the depot station. What could go wrong? The groundbreaking for the Batasan Station and Underground Railway started in 2017, the North Avenue Station in 2018, and the depot was relocated in 2019, with construction starting in 2022. Legal issues forced the Bulacan section of the project to be put on hold 4 years into construction. The Turnback Guideway started construction in 2023, and the project was 70% completed in 2024. While the stations look like this. Comparing them to the concept designs look like night and day. A good station design turned into a chicken farm. Like, I'm not even gonna be mad if they just copied LRT2's design, because at least it looks good and is practical. Whatever is happening with the MRT-7 stations is just abysmal. Full operations of the line were projected by 2024 or 2025, when some of the stations were massively incomplete. And the line still faced right-of-way issues due to how tight the northern route of the line is, affecting many buildings and suggested to countless of rebootings. The construction of the line was also blamed for environmental damage, pointing to the depot station being situated on a nature reserve and the project being the cause for major flooding in the area. While San Miguel vehemently defended themselves, many still pointed out that the prolonged construction caused major sewage blocking, which was also observed from the skyway system. The project also closed down nearby establishment and caused major road disruptions. In more positive aspects, the rail line has become an important player in Philippine transportation. Not only does the rail line predominantly serve PWD-friendly services and the first metro rail line in the region to use a third rail system, but it would also serve a badly congested link between Bulacan with the rest of the metro, with the line serving a connecting station between LRT Line 1 and MRT Line 3, which that is a different controversy in itself. However, this necessity and importance in combination with its multiple delays earned the rail line the title of the most controversial rail line in the Philippines. Constantly subjected to debates in memes, making satirical comments about the rail line's train designs and its constant delays, remarking that they'll probably start a family and the project would not even be completed. However, as of June 2025, the project is estimated to be 83% complete, with test runs being conducted and plans to have partial operations in 2027, going from North Avenue to Sacred Heart, and full operations in 2028 to Bulacan, if delays don't hit the project again.
Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugadis says the government would try to complete MRT-7's construction by 2019.
Construction of the MRT Line 7 is now halfway through completion.
MRT Line 7 from North Avenue to San Jose del Monte, Bulacan should soon overcome initial setbacks in construction, and the line is supposedly set to be operational by 2022.
Natin at tinatarget natin na magkaroon ng tinatawag nating demonstration run para sa ating MRT-7 itong 2023 at full operations ang ating tinitingnan para sa 2024 to 2025.
Inaasahang magbubukas na ang tinatayong MRT-7 sa 2027. Lagpas isang dekada nang maantala ang pagtatayo ng proyekto.
So that's that. Delays, environmental damages, and cheap stakeholder decisions made this rail line more controversial than a corruption scandal or an abandoned subway project. Well, there is one thing that really makes this rail line truly controversial, to the point where even I, as a train enthusiast myself, I would probably not want these future plans to happen anytime soon. In 2021, San Miguel Corporation boldly presented its future railway plan, featuring over 5 phases of the MRT-7 project. Phase 1 is the current construction of the MRT-7, which by the way is taking over a decade and more to even finish. But this also features future expansions connected to the line. Phase 2A extends MRT-7 south, parallel to the original 1993 plan, until branching out into the Manila port, adjacent to the LRT-2 line and future west extension. Phase 2B then extends this extension all the way to the new Manila International Airport, which the corporation is currently constructing. Phase 3 connects Phase 1 and Phase 2B through the entirety of the Bulacan province, which I'm sure private developers and homeowners would be very happy about. Phase 4A goes to Ortigas like there isn't a line already planned there. 4B serves as a spur line for Phase 4A, and Phase 5 goes to C5 like again there isn't a line planned for that route already. Railway transportation isn't like the Skyway of San Miguel, where you can space out stations and build on all the existing lines. It's impractical and ineffective. This future's transport network is already very unrealistic, and with how San Miguel struggled to even build Phase 1 due to right-of-way issues, I don't think they will ever convince any of these areas to even let the company touch the ground. And I think this picture alone sets MRT-7 as the most controversial rail line in the Philippines, because this is purely diabolical. It's a monopoly. They're not serving commuters or people, they're serving themselves. Because if they lose future potential government projects, they'll lose control over transportation systems. So they're gunning for the railway game early. But I have hope in the government that they aim with the current system, rather than whatever bullshit San Miguel was cooking here.